Hi everyone, Mr. Peabody here. In the state of Victoria in Australia, they've had a spike in coronavirus, and they've had to shut down certain suburbs of Victoria, around Melbourne and stuff like that. And people were complaining about that. Why is our suburb being shut down? Because they're called hotspots. There's an increase in the rate in that area. There's over 10,000 people that refuse to take the test for the COVID-19. That I do understand refusing the test. I know that if they asked me to take the test, I would refuse the test, but not because I was worried about the test or anything, but because if they shoved something down my nose and the back of my throat, I'd be yakking up for days, and that happens enough as it is, so I don't need to add to that. But what they've actually done, this is something a little bit different, but there's a reason why they've done it. Let me explain to you something. When they were doing these mercy flights and bringing back people that were Australian, and they were bringing them back into the country, they were locking them up. Well, not locking. Well, they were quarantining them in hotels. Okay, so they're basically off the plane into a hotel. Okay, now here's where it gets confusing. Along with the people that they brought back, they brought security guards. Security guards. So not Australians, not Australian security guards. They brought them with them, so that when they locked them up in the hotels, they had these security guards. I don't know how that worked, but that's what they did. They brought security guards with them, and these security guards were supposed to make sure that no one went in and out, and they weren't all just hustle and bustle around, because the people that were in the lockdown after coming back were supposed to stay in their rooms. They're not supposed to wander around and things, but the people were wandering around, and the security guards that were watching them weren't doing a good job. In fact, the security guards that were watching them, this is a kicker, because they brought them in from out of the country. They were doubling up, so they do their shift as a security guard, and obviously, coming from out of the country into the country, they were obviously given some sort of work visa. So whilst they were in the country, they were working as security guards, and when their shift would end, or sometimes not even that, sometimes during their shift, they'd go out and do other jobs. So they're like double dipping. And people were getting out and about from these places they're supposed to be locked down. Not only that, there was cases of the security guards having sex with the people that were locked down. It's ridiculous. But anyway, that's I'm just building up to the point here. So basically, when they came into the country, they were locked down in hotels. Okay, so that's their meals brought to them, everything brought to them, medical treatment brought to them, and they're supposed to stay in their rooms, which they all didn't all do. Now, what's happened now is there's 9 towers in Melbourne, Victoria, that they're all it's all public housing. All right, so there's 9 towers, 3,000 people. The large percentage of them are immigrants, and they were showing us they were in the area that was showing a spike, and they were worried about these towers because well, the guy actually made the point of saying, sorry, I'll just run this in the background. The guy actually made a point of saying it's like having cruise ships going to the sky. It is. So what they did was they locked down these buildings, and they said nobody in and out, nobody. And they don't have private security anymore. They've got the police there. And this happened pretty much yesterday. Okay, so the people, as of today, as of this morning, are entering their second day. Their second day. Right, so they've been in there, been in there for one day. But we were getting all these reports and all these tweets and all these messages on social media, and even on YouTube and things like that. That these people were complaining straight off the bat. It's like, oh, why have they done this to this? Why have they done this to us and everything? And admittedly, the premier said he was told by the health authorities, if you're going to do this, you have to do it without warning, because if you give them warning, these people are going to spread out and do all kinds of stuff. So he said you've got to lock them down, and you can't give them any warning. So he did that. Anyway, yesterday afternoon, the classic I heard, somebody put on social media, they haven't brought us breakfast and they haven't brought us lunch. It's like, come on. You're not in a hotel, you're in your own home, okay? And on the first day, people were complaining they didn't have food. You don't have any food in your house for one day? It's just astonishing to me. It's like, and on the second day, they're arcing up saying they're starving. Sorry, I'm laughing. But I find this very amusing. You're telling me after one day you've already run out of food. I can tell you that if they locked down me in this room, so I couldn't go anywhere, I'd have pretty much everything that I need for the next 2 weeks, and I'd be able to survive for well over a month, easily. I could do it for longer, but that's just stuff that I've got. I mean, I don't have a pantry. I've just got a shelf of food, and I've got, a small fridge of food, and just with the stuff that I have, I'd have no problem. So I don't understand what these people do. Do they go out and buy fast food every day or something? I don't know. Do you have nothing in your thing? And they'll complain that they actually did get some food hampers. Granted, they weren't much, but it was rushed out by charities. It was rushed out by charities on the first day. They got little food hampers. Also, what was rushed out was activity kits for children, which they got they got crayons, they got Lego, they got puzzles, and a few other things, including air fresheners. That's what you want your kid playing with, an air freshener. But no, they're saying, oh, we need baby formula, and we need this, and we need that. Well, you're telling me that, what do you have? You used up all of your baby formula in one night. So I don't understand it. But on the second day, what have we got? We've got people protesting, and people carrying on and yelling at the police and all this. Like this guy here, he's complaining, like, oh, the people here, it's been one day. Anyway, all I can say is I don't understand it. I understand why the government's done it, but people, one day, and it is going to be reviewed after 5 days, okay, and they are going to go through and test these people, and if they get the test, they're getting their rent for free. They're getting payouts by the government, and plus they're getting everything supplied for them. And I know of today, they're bringing them frozen meals and a whole lot of other stuff. So they're getting food packages, plus they're getting cooked food. That's because they're all starving. Anyway, that's my little 2 cents worth. I just find it amusing that these people are just arced up, and it started on day one. They didn't give us breakfast. They didn't give us lunch. It's like, anyway, see ya.